tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has reported, that's right, OTAs going on right now. We have actual real football practice, and that's what this is. We've got NFL football practice going on right now. Aaron Rodgers has reported. We've got footage of Aaron Rodgers arriving and footage of him on the field throwing a ball and him rubbing elbows like two best buds have reunited. And it feels so good for you old people out there that actually know what song I'm talking about. In fairness, I know what song I'm talking about too. So, yeah. Got the new Black and White Sports football cap, army green. Woo! Better go get you one right out of the merch store. Let's start here. Albert Breer confirming what I have been saying for months. They knew he was coming, and there wasn't some big mystery behind the scenes, and the Steelers weren't freaking out about it.
Oh, it's a good thing for all of us because he's an interesting guy, and it's an interesting topic and all of that. I think, so I'll tell you what I know, and then I'll tell you what I think. I know they have been in constant communication the entire offseason.
Yeah.
I know that this was sort of part of the plan. After talking to people over the weekend, what I've gotten back is that Mike McCarthy really wanted him for the start of OTAs, which for people who don't know, that really is, I mean, Connor, that's the start of football practice.
Correct.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you're going to.
Okay. Correct. It is the start of football practice. But there wasn't some big mystery. There wasn't some confusion. Not only that, but Mike McCarthy asked him, said, hey, we'd like to have you at OTAs. Aaron's here. He's here a damn sight earlier than he was last year. Aaron Rodgers reported to the Steelers. You see that right there. I'm sure somewhere Mike Florio actually had a heart attack. Aaron Rodgers' first pass in OTA. That's to Michael Pittman Jr. I keep saying, I'll continue to say it, that this is a better team than last year's offensive team. There's just more weaponry, and you got an offensive coach, a one, that again, if you go look at the statistics when he was with the Cowboys, top 5 offense in the league. Mike McCarthy doesn't get enough credit. Here we go, reunited, and it feels so good. Right there. Oh, I love you, man. Yeah, I love you too, man. Oh, yeah. All grins. Everybody's happy. Kumbaya. The last ride. He's come full circle back around to the one that brought him. Will Howard, by the way, at least today, as of right now, is QB2, not Mason Rudolph. And don't adjust your screens. Guys, Will Howard is a big dude. Big dude. Aaron Rodgers arriving at OTAs via Pat McAfee.
In our source says that are at the practice field right now for the OTAs that just started. Aaron, by the way, has not missed anything.
Nope.
First voluntary OTA today. He's at it on the field. We got clips from Mark Caboli, boots on the ground, of Aaron stretching and doing his thing around there. But if you're going to go with Drew Aller in the future, if you're going to go with Will Howard in the future, or Mason in the future, this would be a pretty perfect person to watch kind of operate in the Mike McCarthy system, not just on the field, but also in the meeting rooms where they're tight everywhere. This feels like a good thing for the Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I think Yinzers are feeling that way, or no, Tone Diggs?
If the goal is to win football games, this is a good thing, okay? We've talked about it a lot over the last few years about how they hover around that 10-7, get into the playoffs, not do well in the playoffs, and they've hovered around that for the last few years. And a lot of people will say that that's where Aaron gets you back to because that's where they were last year. And it's hard to argue that. But if winning is the goal, which I believe it is in the NFL, and it definitely is for Coach McCarthy and the entire Steelers organization, I think Aaron does give them the best chance. Now, will it keep them in that limbo for the next however many years that Aaron's going to do this? Maybe potentially with next year's class. But if you want to win games, Aaron is the best option.
If you want to win games, Aaron's the best option. He's also the only option. I mean, they made a decision to stay in bed with Aaron early on. Now, there were rumors that if Ty Simpson would have been there when they picked in the first round of the draft, Ty Simpson would have been the pick in the first round. That's the rumors. All right. By the way, if he'd have been there when the Browns took KC Concepcion, Ty Simpson was going to be the pick with 24. So I'll give Ty Simpson credit. He knew he was getting picked in the first round by somebody. That's why he ultimately came out. Adam Schefter on Aaron Rodgers.
And the organization really loved having him around. As we talked about in those exit meetings, almost to a man, the players all wanted Aaron Rodgers back for the season, and they've gotten their wish now. He's back for one more at least.
Yeah, fascinating. Why don't you remember that whenever you're putting out your little tweets about Aaron Rodgers going forward? Okay, why don't you remember that, Shefty? Okay, whenever you're putting anything
Remember
out.
what, Pat?
What you just said there at the end. Exit meetings, every person in the building was like, we love Aaron Rodgers.
I've said that all along.
No, lose his number, Shefty. You had to have said something. You had to have said something.
Clowned him. That, of course, is the Patrick McAfee show. So, anyway, he's back, y'all. He's back, y'all. Aaron Rodgers officially back in a very winnable AFC North. I'll believe it when I see it in Baltimore. I like Jesse Minter. He's from the Harbaugh tree, so you know automatically came out of Michigan too. So, yeah, I like the guy. But Lamar's still the quarterback. Ooh, I said it out loud. We do not know how good the Bengals offense is going to be. And as much as I think the Browns have done a lot of good things the last 2 years, no clue who their quarterback's going to be. It sure looks like, I may have a video coming on this, it sure looks like it's Deshaun Watson. It sure looks like it's Deshaun Watson. I have a feeling the OTAs for the Browns is going to blow up social media. Fans are going to be madder than hell. You've been warned by a number of people, with stories coming out. Again, Mary Kay Cabot didn't just make that shit up out of nowhere. All this being said, I think the Steelers 10-7 seems right. It does. The question is, can they win a game in the playoffs? Win one. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.